greatest half-human hybrid characters in anime. One of the most interesting tropes that pop up in anime are half-human anime characters. What that means exactly can vary from show to show, but here's the basic rundown. Hybrid anime characters possess both human DNA and DNA from another species. In most cases, the non-human species is a mythical one, like demons, elves, or angels. Half-human hybrids are typically born to one human parent and one non-human parent, but some are fused with another species later in life, often violently. Half-human characters are typically found in demon anime and shounen anime. Take a look at some of the best half-human hybrid characters. 1. Setsu Mushishire. Setsu is a minor character from Mushishire. What makes her so interesting isn't so much who she is as an individual, it's more about what she reveals regarding the strange and beautiful world of the anime. Setsu is half mushy, half human. Mushy are the building blocks of life, and they can be anything from virus-like vectors of disease to rainbows that control people's minds. In Setsu's case, a tree-like mushy impregnated her mother. To survive, Setsu has to drink the water produced by the mushy. Unfortunately, drinking the water makes her totally unable to leave the forest where she lives. This reveals humanity's dependence on, and vulnerability to, a supposedly lower form of life. 2. Nina Drango Rage of Bahamut, Virgin Soul. As you may have surmised from her name, Nina Drango from Rage of Bahamut, Virgin Soul is half human, half dragon. While she usually appears completely human, this changes when she sees a handsome man. Upon such sightings, she gets flustered and red-faced and ends up transforming into a dragon. It's later revealed that she loses control of her abilities like this because handsome men remind her of her father, who was killed by Bahamut. Turning into a dragon and going on a rampage helps her avoid painful memories. 3. Zelgadis Greywords Slayers. Zelgadis Greywords, aka that character from Slayers, whose name no one ever spelled right in their 1995 fanfiction, is one of the oldest examples of the partially human hybrid trope. Zelgadis was born a human, but his great-grandfather Rizzo turned him into a chimera, who was 1/3 golem, 1/3 blow demon, a type of magical goblin, and 1/3 human. Rizzo didn't do this for Zelgadis' benefit, he did it because he wanted to test out his ability to create chimeras and basically tricked his great-grandson into it. Zelgadis has mixed feelings about his new body. He simultaneously sees it as a disfigurement and as a powerful form. 4. AI Astin Sunday Without God. AI Astin of Sunday Without God is half human, half gravekeeper. While the name Gravekeeper might sound morbid, they're actually heavenly beings who were sent to Earth by God to help bury the dead and make life easier for the living after God abandons the world. Gravekeepers do not experience emotions, but as a half-human, half-gravekeeper, AI has a lot of feelings. This makes it much harder for her to fulfill her duties. This is an interesting contrast to the common belief that appears in other anime, that a hybrid nature makes you stronger. 5. 5. Clare Claymore. In the Claymore universe, Claymores are half-human, half-Yoma hybrid warriors of the organization. While Clare is a Claymore, her situation is unique. Instead of taking the blood of a Yoma, she agreed to an experiment where they infused her with the blood of a Claymore. This experiment was supposed to make her stronger, but it failed. But she still manages to become a powerful warrior, and one of the first partially awakened beings. 6. Sha Gojyo Sayuki. Sha Gojyo of Sayuki is a Hanyu, or a half-human, half-yokai. Hanyu routinely experience rejection and discrimination from people who deem them unclean. His stepmother also severely abuses him for reasons that include his half-human status. Years of being treated like he's inferior have turned him into a sarcastic person who does and says whatever he wants because he doesn't expect to get along with people anyway. 7. Ina Tool. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Ina Tool is half-human, half-elf, and all adorable. Ina is a receptionist at the guild, an organization that provides services for adventurers, including lengthy lessons that go on for so long that hardly anyone sticks around to listen to them. What's unique about Aina is that her half-elf status actually doesn't give her any magical abilities, or really change anything for her. This might not seem like something to celebrate, but when you consider how many other hybrid characters are unnaturally powerful, Aina's averageness is like a breath of fresh air. 8. Akihito Kanbara Beyond the Boundary. Beyond the Boundaries, Akihito Kanbara is a half-human, half-yomu. Yomu are mysterious creatures who roam the human world causing chaos and destruction. Because of his yomu side, Akihito can heal rapidly from injuries. On its face, this sounds like a positive thing, but it causes people to fear and despise him. Because he can lose control of his yomu abilities when he's seriously injured, he's a potential hazard to those around him. When he receives a fatal injury, he unleashes something called Beyond the Boundary, which can take over his body and attack others even when he's in a coma. Akihito's yomu side stresses him out to the point where he's actually willing to help a seemingly incompetent Demonslayer named Mirai get rid of it. In the process, the two become close friends. 9. Shinichi Izumi Parasite. Shinichi Izumi, the main character of the terrifying Parasite, wasn't always a half-human hybrid. His completely human nature changed when an alien parasite ate his arm and merged with his body. At first, Shinichi is understandably horrified, but he soon learns to work with the parasite, who he calls Mijai, to defend humans against the rest of the parasites who are ravaging humanity. The ability to do anything other than shriek in horror and just straight up chop off your own arm is impressive enough in this situation. To be fair, he does try to chop off his own arm. Shinichi manages to actually collaborate with the parasite and becomes a true human-parasite hybrid, which is flat out amazing.